I don't know what's going on with this weather. I've woken up again. It's just gone about 5:30 and it's so windy again. All I can hear is wind and trees moving. I don't know if you can see it out there. Just hear the wind. It's... But fellas, if you do end up building yourself a temporary shelter in an abandoned building, just to be a little bit stealthy, dismantle it before you leave, put your rubbish out, clean your shit up. So I spent a couple of days hunkered in that abandoned building stealth camping. And I'm just starting the day. I've come through a couple of small towns and I'm greeted with this zero wind, well, not zero wind, very nice light breeze. And this magnificent vista here. How gorgeous is that? Oh, honestly, that just looks so inviting. And I'm probably coming up to about, I would say, probably 2 weeks since I had a shower. I've had quite a few pits and bits washes, but no showers. But I'm really contemplating on chucking myself in there with my soap. Biodegradable, of course. Bit of a shout out to the Aussie sheep farmers. G'day, fellas. You shagging? We know why you wear gumboots. Temperature's picked up a bit, but the wind has started to come back a little bit later in the day. I'm just about to enter Arles, A-R-L-E-S. So Arles is looking good. I'd just gone past the sign. Every village, town, city has a sign of the name of it. Just very basic, white background, black lettering with a red border. And I'd just gone past that on the other side of the bridge that I was on. And some guy approaches me and offers me cocaine. And within 3 minutes, another guy comes up and propositions me, asking me in broken English, it was, are you looking for some place to stay? Now, it could have been innocent. There may have been something more to it. Anyway, I've not even got into Arles proper yet. To see how it goes. I may not be staying here the night. We'll see. There's something about a good solid wooden door that I find really comforting. Not sure why. A windy day, unfortunately. Is this an olive tree just growing at the side of the path, like out in nature? There's little red sort of olivey looking things on there, obviously not mature yet, but the wind is that I've already come a crop. I've just fell off about 5 minutes ago. I was making the decision on whether I cycle on the actual tarmac of the road, which is obviously easier cycling, but then you've also got the chance of these gusts pushing you out into the traffic that's coming up behind you. I'll spare you the heartache of the wind noise and trying to pick out my voice in the midst of all that. What I'm basically saying is I had a choice. I could have stayed on the tarmac and cycled on the road proper, with the chance of being blown into the road, into the path of the vehicles coming up behind me. Or there's like a 2-inch drop where the tar seal tarmac drops down to like a gravel verge. I thought, well, if I cycle in that, if a gust of wind does take me and blow me off into the lane of traffic, then my wheel's going to hit this 2-inch lip of tarmac and make me fall off, which is exactly what happened. I hadn't even been travelling in them in 5 minutes. Gust of wind took me over and I just came off. Luckily the vehicle's behind. They managed to slow down in plenty of time. But it was horrible. I'm still battling it now as I'm editing this. I'm sat in a bus shelter, just chilling, editing a video, having a hot drink. So that, yeah. Anyway, let's get back to it. side to where the wind is coming, you're still getting blown around. I'm just leaving this in there because just to show you how windy it actually was. It was ridiculous, honestly. But next up, we have an abandoned building I came across that I have a little bit of a walk through. I didn't speak. I just kept everything natural, and pretty much from here on out, I don't think there's much audio in the way of speaking because my brain was just frazzled. Stay tuned, you'll see.
Good morning. What a difference today. Wow. It is just so still and warm and sunny. Oh. Oh. That's like the third car I've heard. It's a pretty quiet back road. Oh. Right, I'm going to move all this stuff where I'm at, and I'm going to go and position myself up in that thick grass up there, probably with the ticks, and make a milkless tea and eat some bread and honey and fruit.
Well, after battling the wind for several days, I've just come along quite a long straight, several miles long, and I liken it to like my own personal hell in a way, because I've always made it vocal that, you know, I'll cycle in any weather, I don't mind, but when it comes to wind can always go and do one. I don't want to use the word hate. I never use the word hate. I think it's a horrible word and it's got a lot of negativity attached to it. But it's just a cycling condition that I really despise. I'll cycle in snow, sleet, heavy rain, extreme heat, but wind, it's my personal hell, and it's the further south I've got, the further down I've got, my personal hell, the worse it's got. And I'm sort of breaking it up into stages. I'm looking at a lamppost ahead, and I'm thinking, right, I'll just get to that lamppost. That's done. Look at the next one, right, I've just got to get to that lamppost. And if I'm not battling the wind that's coming to me head on, it's coming at me from the side trying to shove me into the traffic. It's a constant fight and struggle, and a challenge, a very personal challenge, not just physically. Physically I can do it, I don't have any issues physically. But mentally, psychologically, it's, I tell you, like I say, it's my own personal hell. I'm just breaking it up into those stages. And I'm getting past, and I'm like, right, I've got that. I'm getting to the next lamppost, right, I've got that one. Power pole, not a lamppost. And then I'm thinking, oh, up there, I'm looking at the map, it's veering off to the left slightly. That means I'm going to get a slight push just on the back flank. So it's just going to help a little bit. Still pushing me into the road, but it's not coming at me head on. And I'm like, right, okay, so that's all those lampposts done. Now I'm on that bit, and it might only last for several hundred yards, you know, but I've got that slight flank wind just on the right hand side there, and it's just every now and again it's giving me that little bit of a push. And what you just watched there was the end of yesterday, and I was not in a good place mentally. I had it up to sort of here with the wind, and I was having trouble finding a place to kit. For those that jumped on the live, you would have seen that. And I got on this back road and I saw this track off to the side, and I was I'm just gonna make somewhere. So I pulled out my secateurs, and there was all these brambles between these two ideally spaced trees. So I spent a while clipping back all the brambles and squashing them down. Didn't even worry about a tarp. I thought it's not going to rain. And the wind, even if I put the tarp up, then I've got the issue of the tarp bellowing like a drum or a cymbal. So that would have kept me awake. So I just thought, bugger it. No tarp required. Set that up, and I just wanted to get a bit of food in my belly, and all I had was a slice of meaty pate thing that I quickly munched on just to get some calories in me, so I could sleep with some calories doing their job of replacing whatever the stress and the activity, the physical activity through the day had eaten up. And then I woke up to that beautiful, serene, still sunshine. It was just like, you know what? After everything that happened yesterday, waking up to this is just, it was beautiful, it really was. So it's a bit of a strange one, that. Little bit of an adventure at the beginning, and then a bit of a time lapse of me setting up, and just, I'm trying to get the I'm trying to get how I was feeling across. And now, after these several streets again of battling through to the next lamppost and the next lamppost and the next lamppost and the next lamppost, I come across this little like bus shelter thing here. I just made myself a hot drink. I'm going to get a bit of fruit inside. I've got a melon I need to eat, so I'm going to eat a melon and get this video finished. So welcome, and I hope you're enjoying my French connection journey. I'm not too far from Montpellier. I'll probably be hitting Montpellier tonight if I can summon up the gumption, as it were. I'm not far off. I'm probably only about 10 to 15k off the outskirts of Montpellier anyway. And I know when I get to Montpellier and I touch the sign and then make a little short attached to that competition one, I'm checking into a place for 3 days, I've decided. I've been having a look, and they're about 60 odd euros a night, and I'm just going to check in for 3 days, and I'm going to do what I just normally do. I'm just going to do absolutely nothing but eat, sit around the apartment in my natural state, and just chill, do nothing. Just relax and enjoy. So that's me. So thanks for sticking around, and like I say, it's a bit of a different one this, so hopefully you've enjoyed it all. And I don't know if there'll be a video this Saturday with me chilling for the next little while, so maybe catch up on some of the old ones, you new lot. And we'll see you on the next one. Cheers guys, stay beautiful, stay sane, see you soon.